do I need to flee the country? But then I'm like, but if I flee the country, where am I going to go? Because fascism is on the rise in Europe too. And then I'm like, my ancestors survived here and they made it work. But then I'm like, but the ancestors wanted better for me and they didn't have a choice but to stay, but I might have resources to leave. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe they will want me to leave. And then I'm like, do I have the money to leave? And I'm like, I certainly don't have the energy to fight. Oh my God, I can't fight nothing. I'm not built for that. But then I'm like, maybe I can just go to Canada because it's right there. And then I'm like, is that too close? That might be too close. And you see the far right rising in France and Germany and Italy. And then you start to really think to yourself, is there really a way to escape the tendrils of American imperialism? And maybe it's actually safer to be here than it is to leave. Because I don't want to be on the receiving end of the nukes, right? But I also don't want to be in the country that's shooting them. And then, of course, you start thinking, but if I do leave, do they like black people? You know what I mean? So I'm really confused.
Americans are leaving this country in record numbers. And I'm not talking about vacation. I'm talking packing their bags, booking their flights, and leaving for good. In the first few months of 2025 alone, the amount of people that just said, I'm done, and moved abroad doubled from the year before. That's not just a blip, okay? That's a wave. So why? Same reasons you and I complain about every day. Cost of living going through the roof, political chaos that never seems to end, and the fear of safety even when you're just going to the grocery store. But here's the thing, it's not just dreamers or millionaires doing it. It's normal people. It's people with families. It's young people, old people, retirees, people who are working remote. One common thread holding all of these people together is they just want a dignified life. That's why you're seeing places like Greece, Spain, France, Portugal. Their cafes are filling up with Americans who are just done. People love to scream, if you don't like it, leave. Well, we are. Thousands and thousands of us. We will be joining that wave soon. If you're curious about moving abroad, stick around, because we're about to embark on this journey ourselves, and we can't wait. At the end of the day, people like us just want to make life work. And if we think that we can do that better outside of this country, then who's to say?
Guys, do you think living the United States is the solution? Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by and supporting your girl on this channel. So credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, in today's video, I've discovered that a lot of people are planning or have left or are in the process of leaving or thinking about leaving the United States, because honestly, going through social media, a lot of people are fed up. Life has become expensive. Talking about rent, talking about food, talking about healthcare. Many people cannot keep up. And some lose their homes or their work. Many people work 2 jobs, 3 jobs just to pay the bills, like just basic bills, rent and food. And the prices just goes up and up, but the paycheck remains stagnant. And they feel that the country feels more divided than ever. People argue about politics, about rights, about personal freedom, about this, about that. And many people just feel unsafe or unwelcome. And there's also big problems in the government, right? Look at this shutdown now. They cannot even agree on a budget so that people can live comfortably, like the life they are living, so that they can live comfortably. And on top of that, there is mass deportation, strict border rules, and immigrants are also worried. And many people are considering leaving because they are saying that they foresee that things might get worse. Guys, what do you think in the comment section? Are you a US citizen or do you live in the US and you're planning to leave? Let me know what you think. Let's see what these other creators have to say.
Well, we're looking at leaving. We're going to look at Canada and Portugal. Those are the 2 places we're looking. I can't even believe that I have to say this, but I am not going to sit and wait and hope that what we're seeing unfold doesn't actually happen. I'm not. I'm almost 60. What does that give me? Another 25, 30 years? I'm just keeping it real here. I don't want to live it like this. It's just not, no, I don't want to. And so do I want to leave my country? No. But my country kind of disappeared around 2015. And now it's unrecognizable to me. And so we're going to do a little research. We've got our Go stuff packed, all our documentation. We are going to check out Canada first. Probably come back here. Go check out Portugal. Come back here. Maybe Turkey. I'm not sure. It depends. Yeah, I mean, can you? It's like mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. I just had a conversation with my cousin, who I love her. I'm probably closer to her than anyone in my entire family, except my sister, who's closest to me in age. And she's a Republican, and she has no idea about what's going on. She's not MAGA, but she's part of the GOP, and like she doesn't know. I mentioned a few things to her, and she's like, I mean, it's just, and she is a brilliant woman, but she doesn't know. And it was funny because I was talking to her, and I started to feel like I probably sound crazy to her. Like I bet I sound like I'm making a bigger deal out of things than what they are. So I had to really explain in detail just a small, like, smudgeon of some of the things that are going on, specifically that would impact her personally. Yeah, I don't understand how people are unaware of what's happening, other than where they're getting their news from, if they're even getting news. I know there's a lot of people in the country right now that have just turned off their TV. They just turn off their TV. They don't want to know. That is very dangerous. That's incredibly dangerous, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, we're going to start looking. Crazy times. Crazy freaking times.
I don't know why no one's talking about this, but there is a mass exodus of U.S. citizens from the United States. Look, I'm a real estate agent in Costa Rica. I help foreigners move abroad, move to Costa Rica, and make a life here. I've been getting a ton of stories from clients who are absolutely spent. I'm working with a psychiatrist who helps teenagers. And when I asked her why she wants to move to Costa Rica, she said, it's because I have lost all hope. My patients have lost hope. And what's worse is I have lost hope too. And how can I possibly be of service to someone else if I don't believe it's not going to get any better? So what she is doing is saving herself, packing up her bags, and moving abroad. This is where we are.
Now, guys, the people that are leaving are not just, a certain group of people. Like, many citizens just want to leave because they are saying that they prefer to go to a place where they will feel safe, and life will be simpler. And some professionals are also leaving. Talk about teachers, doctors, tech workers. They're saying that they see a better life maybe in Canada, in Europe, or Asia. And inside the country also, people are moving from states to states, right? Many people are moving to states with lower costs. Many people are moving to states with maybe safer laws, more freedom. And others are leaving states that ban certain rights or, raise their taxes. At the end of the day, guys, everyone just wants the same thing. They just want somewhere that they can be and they can have peace of mind. But the thing is that those moving to another country, another place where you don't know, where you don't even know their way of life, is moving to another place the solution? Do you think it's the right solution? Like, I'm open here, I'm just asking. What do you think in the comment section? Is it the right move? Or are you, because everyone just wants peace, safety, and a fair chance to live well. So do you think it's the right move, or you just prefer staying in the place you are used to and just seeing how it all plays out? Let's see what these other creators have to say. I'll see you soon.
Americans are leaving America, and it is not for vacation. It's for survival. A growing wave of Americans are packing up, terrified by Trump's dictatorship, Republican fascism, and Democrats' capitulation. Interracial couples, LGBT plus individuals, people of color, and intelligent people in general are seeing their rights replaced with restrictions. In Ireland, U.S. passport applications hit their highest level in a decade, up 60% in just 2 months. France is seeing long-term stay visas for Americans up 20%. Portugal, Spain, UK, relocation companies can barely keep up with the demand. Traffic to Blacksit Global, which helps Black Americans relocate, surged 50% after the election. Some are leaving quietly, like a trans couple in Colorado, because Trump wrongly says there are only 2 genders. States are moving to ban gender care, so they're planning their exit. Google searches for how to leave the U.S. spiked after the election, and real estate deals for Americans in Spain surged before the Golden Visa program was shut down. European culture is different than American culture, and many won't adjust. And of course, Europe has its issues: immigrations, taxes. Putin expected to take Moldova and then Romania with his eyes on the rest of Europe for the new Russian Empire. But a possibility of another European war is a safer bet than staying in a country that is already a fascist
If
dictatorship.
you're thinking about leaving the US, you won't have that option long. And you might be thinking to yourself, he's saying that because what? The Orange Goblin is going to prevent me from doing so? Indirectly, yeah. As the tariff war continues, inflation continues to increase, which means your spending power decreases. Maybe you're banking on your stocks. Well, it looks like we're in the midst of a recession, so those asset values might be going down. Remote work federally? Remote work or jobs, period, are in jeopardy. Because as corporations struggle to remain profitable as the cost of goods increases, they will always turn to layoffs as a way to keep their profits high. The point I'm trying to make is that there are subtle and not so subtle things that this presidency is really doing to keep a firm grasp on Americans, keeping them inside of this ever-going hamster.
And the truth is just that it's a will, because every single day there's always a new thing that happens in the United States. And the departure of many people also has consequences for both the United States and those that live. I mean, for the country, obviously, workers are going, talents are going, especially in science, medicine, engineering. It can weaken innovation, economic growth, and global competitiveness, right? And for individuals that are living, okay, it might look as if maybe it's the best option. I mean, I'm not saying anybody should not leave, right? Because if your social support is in the United States, right, and you are saying that you want to live like that, what about challenges with adapting to the new place? Okay, and people living the United States is on the eye right now. Many people just want to leave. People are saying that the place that they recognized before does not look recognizable anymore. They do not want to stay. They are leaving because they feel like they are not safe anymore, not because they don't love their country, but because their country broke their hearts, because they see the US as once a symbol of hope. And many people are saying that this hope is sleeping right under the weight of anger, greed, division. Guys, what do you think in the comment section? Do you think the US will still become a place where people can say, oh, my country is perfect, everything is going smoothly, everything is going fine? Do you think people will still believe? Because people believe that the American dream is gone and is no longer alive. They do not believe in the American dream anymore. So what do you think in the comment section, guys? Let me hear from you. Do you think the American dream is still alive? Do you think people should stay and believe in the dream and endure and persevere instead of living? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you living in the United States? I really want to hear from you. And if you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.